All right, how's it going, guys? So today we finally got the ECU back for the M5 and we're gonna put it in. Now, it's not just a put it and go kind of situation. You do need the software to go into flash stuff. You gotta tell the car everything's all right. We have the BMW doctor here is gonna help us with that. So if you have not gone to his channel already, go to and subscribe. Also, don't forget, we are doing the paid membership. It's $5.99. There's a join button, a blue join button next to the subscribe button that if you go in there, you subscribe to that, you leave a comment on the video that's in there, that'll make you eligible to win the $1,000 giveaway. So don't forget to do that. All right, on with this. All right, you can see here, put everything in and we got reduced engine power, all the ABS light stuff's on. Tire pressure monitor, we don't know if that'll go off or not because I don't know what the status of those are. But everything else will go off. So we're gonna go ahead and start on it right now.
Okay, so what we're gonna go ahead and do is, a lot of you don't know, when you're recoding, when you get a cloned ECU, shall I say, you need to recode the ECU because when you copy over the files from the original ECU, the lights will not, the car will not know that you've cloned an ECU. That's just gonna see it as you've got a new ECU in the car. So you have to recode everything to resync everything with the actual VIN of the car. So what we're going to go ahead and do with NCS Expert is we're just going to move to load profile. Now we go to load profile, you'll see here that Nathan's got all the profiles here. Now, a lot of you won't have these profiles. You might just have the default profile, you might have the NCS dummy profile. You can use the NCS dummy profile, but it might be limited to what you do. So what we're going to go ahead and do is code the control unit, which I think is the best way. And we're going to get all the control units up, which we're going to just do it. We should be able to code the whole car. Now if we just click E60, as you'll see, and then we're going to go to the CAS, which is up here as well, just click OK. What you want to make sure as well is that your VIN is matched with your CAS and your LMA. If not, you have to follow the video code with the FA to write back to the both of them. Because what will happen as well is if you was to change the CAS or anything like that, you might get a different VIN on there and a different FA from the previous module from the previous car. And every FA is different based on the car itself. So as you see there, it's loaded up the VIN and the FA of the car, which is the FA will be all the VO codes, so everything that car's fitted with from factory. So then we're going to click back, and then when we click back, what's going to happen is we should see code control unit, and we should be able to code all the modules in one, which is what I'm hoping. I believe is this profile. If not, I can switch it over and code the other units, but I think this is the one to code all control units. So what you'll see here is process car. You already see it as SG coding. You don't want to touch anything with this profile. This is straight coding, so it's the correct one. It's going to code everything on the car, as you'll see there. You'll see the name there, SG coding, which is write everything to the car. So we're going to rewrite the coding to the car because it's lost all the coding, which is normal after cloning. Perfectly normal and perfectly understandable. So what we're going to do is go ahead and process car. And as you'll see here, it will start coming up SG coding in each individual module as it goes along. As you see, there's quite a few modules fitted on NCS Expert.
Good.
As you'll see here, there's quite a few individual modules coded that needs to be coded on NCS Expert. You'll see here we've got the code car button as well, which will start in a minute. I'm just explaining these are all the modules that are going to get coded. So you need to be aware of that. If you don't want to code a module, you might took off this or took off that, for instance. A lot of people take off the run flat indicator. A lot of people take off other things. You're going to want to just limit yourself to only coding the options that you need. And you can take out the run flat indicator and so on and so on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click code car, so it should code the whole car because they don't have to worry about that. Whatever lights are still on after, we will just go ahead and remove to get rid of them lights after, for i.e. the seatbelt light, the run flat indicator, if it doesn't disappear, but it should disappear providing that nobody's damaged the run flat module in the boot of the car. So let's go ahead and click code car. And now what you'll see is it will start coding the whole car via the CAS. You can do it this way through the LMA. You can use each module. You just have to make sure when you code that the FA matches on the LMA what it does on the CAS, because you don't want to be recoding something that is not synced with your CAS or coding an option that you don't even have, because you end up with another load of lights that shouldn't even been on, and that's purely because your car doesn't have that coding on the car for that module. So for instance, if your car in the UK, you've got a car with a module that's had DAB and you got to put that module in your car, you FA write it, what you're going to end up with is that you're going to end up with that DAB system coded to your car with no DME, and you're going to have a load of errors. So you have to be careful and selective on what you code to the car to make sure you clear out the lights, and be very skeptical that someone could have changed the modules, done the VIN but didn't do the FA. So as you see, I always match the FA at the top to the LMA as well usually. But me and Nathan have already been on the M5, so I know they all match already, so I don't have to worry about that. So what we're now doing is just waiting for everything to code in. You can see it all coded. It's saying the coding is active. This can take some time, so I think Nathan will resume it back once the coding's been finished. Okay guys, so as you'll see now, the coding is now ended. Everything's coded successfully. What we're going to go ahead and do is, many people don't realise, when you recode a module, you need to close this down, and then what you need to do is you need to find info, which Nathan's is a lot of software is riddled everywhere on here, and then what you're going to want to do is load up impart. Now the reason I say load up impart is because you don't need to load it to run any kind of faults. You'll see here we're going to click E60, then we're going to click error, then we're going to click read to error memory. Now I just want to show you guys, you're going to see a load of errors. Now can you see all these errors that you're going to get here? This is perfectly normal from a cloned DME, and also perfectly normal for these codes from coding. When you recode, you're expecting all these codes. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to clear the error memory, which we're doing right now. And as you'll see, they've all gone. Now what we'll do is reread them. We might be left with a few others, which we are with the DME. So we've got 2799, 2786 and 2787, which will probably be for the adaptions. So what we'll do is we'll reset all the adaptions on the car as well, because again, that will cause that from just being cloned as well. So then what we're going to go ahead and do is E60, engine, then we want to find the ECU, so it will be for this one, which is MSS65, for S85. So we just go here. Let's go to the other one, which is this one. Now it should load. And we're now in here. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do adaptions, and then what we're going to go ahead and do is adapt and delete. So we want to delete the adaptions, so we'll do the adaptions, this one. And then we can delete them.
And just to be clear, this isn't only for M5, this is for any BMW.
Yeah, this is for any BMW, any E60, E90. So as you see there, we've just cleared all the adaptions, which I've just done shift in L90, you'll see all adaptions. Now, input isn't so easy to use. A lot of people don't understand that. That's why a lot of people use ISTA, but I understand how input works, so I use it on a daily basis. So as you'll see there now, we've now reset the adaptions, which now what we're going to go ahead and do is just come out of this, which will be end. Then we're going to go back to the functional jobs, and we're going to again do the error memory, and we're going to do read error memory, which again will probably have codes. So we'll just clear that out, and then we'll read it again. Now it's still coming up with code, so we need to figure out what kind of codes that is, which we'll now figure out by when Nathan starts the car, if the car starts. So Nathan, do you want to try and fire the car up?
Yep.
And we can find out what these codes are with the codes on that system. Okay, so it shows here, them codes right there show cranking but not starting, which I'm probably, let's just try and, what we're going to go ahead and do now is probably try and reflash the ECU quickly. We'll try and reflash it. So again, another method here, we're going to go and just try and reflash the ECU to get it to activate itself to flash it, because what's probably happened is it hasn't done it. So as you guys know, where I use this software a lot, it's very simple, but we're going to go up and just reprogram the ECU, because again, where it's been cloned, it needs to be done. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. Now Nathan's VIN should be on there already. Which is what we're going to be hoping for, that his VIN will be there on the ECU from being cloned, but they've copied over the old VIN. But we'll soon find out now, which I believe is the correct VIN on his car.
I mean, it looks very funny.
We have the correct VIN. Nathan, just to confirm, is that the correct VIN we got there on the vehicle identification number? Just to confirm here. Get it. What does it end in?
It's 82484.
Yeah, so that's the correct VIN number. So there we go. You want to compare it to the VIN of the car, which will be the correct VIN. Now we'll just do that. And we'll just now reflash the ECU quickly to make sure that there's no codes, because it's not cranking. As you see, it moves quite fast on the MSS65, and that's purely because it's a dual core processor, so it moves extremely fast compared to other.
Yeah, E39 is definitely not that fast.
Yeah, they run on the PT can, so that's why they're very slow compared to the Canvas system. So the Canvas system on the E60s is very fast. And as you see there, the program has all been confirmed. Now, the one thing that I have seen on here is that the CAS is not registered to the car from NCS Expert, which is not VIN coded. So if that's not VIN coded, we won't be getting any kind of we'll be getting a kind of error. Make sure the CAS is on the same wavelength as everything else. The DME is, CAS is on the same VIN as well. So now what should happen is if we've cleared the codes, right here, and we just error clear. Now we've reflashed it.
All right, guys, so we got her all worked out here. We still got check engine light, and I think we might still have some kind of other issue. I think we're fighting some previous issues, I'm gonna say. But I'll go and start it up for you so you can hear it. There it goes, you can hear it fires up. So that's done. Let me get over here. We're still gonna have to figure out what exactly is all going on, because we're getting codes for injection and some other stuff. Not really too big a deal. We're gonna have to pull this manifold off, the intake manifold off, because at this point in time we're seeing what's happened, what somebody else has done to it. Just like every other car. We still got those white coil packs in it. Some of those were broken. So it could be one of those. It could be many, many, many things. But we need to get this whole plenum off, both sides of it, see what's going on over there, make sure nothing's pinched. I can't see the clamps holding to the throttle bodies are spun around. Before I take this off though, this will be a different video, I want to see if I could get the kit that deletes all this and the mass airflow sensors. And I forgot who was making that. It's a few $100, but essentially what happens, you plug, it has adaptation plugs for the mass airflow sensor plugs that converts that to a map sensor, and you can delete all this stuff. And you run individual air filters in each throttle body. So I don't know, we'll look into that before we go any further, but the M5 is up and running. I do have the wheel off, you can see, do the struts, and just trying to get everything lined out on it. But glad to know, thanks to Dean, we got this up and going. And the whole purpose of this video was to show you that you cannot just get stuff cloned, plug it in and run it. It's not like that. Once you get it cloned, that's only just the first beginning of it. Then you gotta have software or know somebody with the software to get it here. And it took quite a bit to get it here. The final result was the ECU was not married or was not matched to the CAS, and that was causing a lot of the issue. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.